Imagine checking your nanny cam late at night and seeing something moving in your child's room. Something that wasn't supposed to be there. That's exactly what happened to a family in Colorado when their nanny cam picked up a small shadow figure standing near the crib, even though the baby was asleep and no one else was home. A few nights later, the camera captured the closet door slowly opening by itself, and a soft humming sound, like a woman singing, echoed through the room. The parents thought it was a glitch, until the nanny cam's motion alert went off at 3:14 a.m., showing a tall, distorted figure leaning over the crib, its face impossible to see. The baby never woke up, but the figure's head slowly turned toward the camera before disappearing into thin air. Tell me this, if your nanny cam showed something standing near your child's bed, would you check the room or turn off the camera? And if this story made your skin crawl, don't look away now.
Imagine checking into a hotel thinking it's just another normal room, but for the cleaners who work behind the scenes, some rooms hide things that never leave their minds. One housekeeper in Nevada opened the door to find every mirror in the room covered with handprints, but the guest had checked out alone. Another cleaner reported a room where the TV kept turning on by itself, showing only static, and every time she turned it off, the bathroom door slowly opened like someone was inside. And here's the one that still gives people chills. A hotel cleaner in Texas found children's drawings all over the walls, drawings of shadowy figures standing next to the bed. Yet the room had been rented by a man traveling alone. Let me ask you something. If you walked into a silent hotel room and felt someone watching you, would you stay or run? If stories like these creep under your skin, don't miss what's coming next. Hit that subscribe button for NightWitness, because the real horrors aren't in haunted houses. They're behind hotel doors we open every day. School janitors always say the nights are the worst, because some things inside the building wake up after dark. In Colorado, a janitor named Mark heard a child laughing on the second floor, even though every classroom was already locked. When he called out, the laugh twisted into slow, distorted breathing right behind him. A classroom door creaked open on its own, releasing a rush of cold air like something had just slipped out. As Mark backed away, the hallway lights began flickering one by one, as if something unseen was following him through the school. When he reached the lobby, the security monitor showed a dark figure crawling across the gym floor, moving straight toward the exit Mark was running to. Minutes later, police arrived and found his keys on the ground and the front doors wide open, but Mark was gone. So tell me, would you work alone in a school at night? If the story chilled you...
Ois, did you know that people inside national parks have disappeared in ways that make absolutely no sense? No bodies, no clothes, no blood, nothing. It's like they just vanished into thin air. In 1999, at Rocky Mountain National Park, a 9-year-old boy was hiking with his family. His mom turned away for just 20 seconds, and the child was gone. Search teams used more than 300 volunteers for 4 days. Yet the boy's footprints ended in a single spot, as if something lifted him straight off the ground. Then came another case in Yosemite National Park in 2016. An experienced hiker, fit, prepared, carrying a GPS and map, disappeared on a narrow trail. The last photo on his phone showed something terrifying, a blurry shadow figure standing between the trees. When search teams arrived, all they found were his shoes, placed in a perfectly straight line. Missing 411 investigators say these patterns repeat again and again. People vanish silently, without a struggle, without a single trace. If you think all of this is just coincidence, comment one word, why? And I'll reply with another mysterious case. There's still no scientific explanation for these disappearances. Search dogs lose the trail at the same exact point every time, and the bodies are never found. If you want more real late-night unsolved mysteries...
Late at night, Ridgewood High in California looked completely empty, but something terrifying was caught on its school security cameras. The night janitor had been hearing strange footsteps echoing through the hallways long after everyone left. When he finally checked the cameras, he froze. Camera 4 showed a classroom door slowly opening on its own, even though the entire school was locked for hours. Then camera 7 captured a tall, shadow-like figure drifting past the lockers, longer than any human and moving without footsteps. Bro, if your school cameras showed something like this, would you go inside or run home? Comment go or run. Seconds later, the science lab lights flickered violently, and a chair slid across the floor on its own, stopping directly in front of the camera like something invisible had just sat down. When the janitor rushed to the hallway, the building was freezing cold and silent, yet the cameras kept detecting movement in every hallway. The final recording showed a small figure standing at the end of the hallway, facing away, and when it turned toward the camera, the screen instantly went black. So tell me, if your school looked like this after midnight, would you go in? And if this gave you chills, subscribe to NightWitness before something decides to show up.
What if I told you the scariest thing ever caught on a Ring doorbell wasn't a ghost? It was a man who shouldn't be alive. In 2021, a woman from Nevada kept getting motion alerts every night at exactly 2:37 a.m. But whenever she checked the live camera, no one was there. Only darkness and a faint breathing sound. On the fourth night, the camera finally captured something. A man slowly crawled into frame, not walking, but dragging himself across the ground like something was pulling him. If your camera showed this, would you open the door or call the cops? The man moved closer to her Ring mic and whispered, "I've been here every night." When police arrived, they found footprints in the dirt, but here's the part they can't explain. The prints led to the backyard fence, and then just stopped like he disappeared into the air. Officers reviewed the footage frame by frame, and for one chilling second, the man's face glitched, showing a face with no eyes. So tell me, if your Ring doorbell showed this tonight, would you stay awake or sleep? And if you...
At midnight in a nearly empty Walmart parking lot in Arizona, 19-year-old Emily walked toward her car after her shift, unaware that CCTV had already captured a tall man quietly stepping out from behind a truck and following her step by step. As she moved faster, she suddenly felt something chilling, a whisper of her own name, Emily. Even though the man's lips never moved, when she turned around, he stood completely still, not blinking, not breathing, staring at her with the stiffness of a mannequin. She tried to stay calm and reached for her keys, but the man slowly pulled his lips into a wide, broken smile, as if his jaw was bending in ways a human jaw shouldn't. Emily sprinted to her car, and CCTV footage showed the man running toward her, until he suddenly vanished mid-frame like the camera glitched. Shaking, she locked the doors, but the moment she looked into the rearview mirror, she saw him sitting in the back seat, even though no door had opened. The next morning, police found her car with the engine still running and the door open, but Emily had disappeared. All that remained was a single handprint on the inside of the window. If this gave you chills, subscribe to NightWitness before the next shadow follows you.